There is more winter weather ahead of us this season, and our HVAC systems have already been working overtime. Shawn McGraw from American Veteran Air Conditioning is with us this morning to talk about it. Hi, Shawn.
Good morning, y'all. Hope y'all doing well.
Absolutely. People have a lot of questions for you these days. We know that proper maintenance is everything. We want to treat our systems right. But one question is, are we supposed to leave our heat pumps on all the time?
That's a question I get asked often, and it depends on what type of system you have. So if you had a furnace, I would say setting back that schedule drastically is not a big deal. But if you do it to a heat pump that isn't extremely efficient, by extremely efficient I mean like an 18, 20 SEER system, that it can really keep up and put out high outputs of heat regardless of the temperature outside, then not a big deal. But if you do set it back too much, then what's going to happen with your heat pump when you come back on or come back home and that schedule comes back in is it's going to throw everything it has at it to try to keep up the temperature. So if you set it back to 65 and you want it to be 72, all that heat pump knows is that it needs to make up this vast majority of temperature, and it's going to throw auxiliary heat on, everything on for the whole time.
All right, so that's why a pump would switch to auxiliary heat, not the efficient way to go. Is auxiliary heat expensive?
Yes and no. Okay, so, and we'll dig into this probably on a later YouTube channel, more detailed, but auxiliary heat is needed on any heat pump because we have a balance point on what it is able to heat at. So say you have a 3-ton heat pump and it's set for the ambient temp, the average temperature, but when we dip down to the teens, that 3-ton heat pump might not be putting out 3 tons of heat for your house. So that's why we need the auxiliary heat to kick in and make up the difference. But we can't oversize the system in order to do that just for a small portion of what we're looking at in our climates.
And now really is a good time of year to get an HVAC checkup. Tell us a little bit about why that's so important right now. What should we keep in mind?
Well, one of the things that's really to me is because we try to look after our customers. I believe in relationships, and most of our customers have been customers for over 5-10 years because we have that relationship. And the reason it's important to me is because the majority of the things, the major failures that you find on systems, they can be prevented with regular maintenance and regular taking care of stuff. Just the same thing like your car. If you maintain your car, then you don't have to worry about your engine blowing up later, or at least not as much, unless something catastrophic or abnormal happened. So that's the importance of just regular maintaining the system, is catching the small things before they turn into ginormous things for you.
Absolutely. We don't want anything unexpected happen in these winter months either. You've got great videos on YouTube and on your website that can help people with troubleshooting and maintenance tips. But for people who don't want to worry about a thing, they don't have to because of your full battle rattle. Tell us about the all-in-one comfort plan.
And so for a low monthly cost, generally less than a cell phone bill, we're going out there, we're replacing the system, so it's being professionally installed and taken care of the way it needs to be. On the initial, I tell folks all the time, the most important day of an HVAC's life is the day it was installed. So that's important. But beyond that is also the maintenance going on through there. So we're going to maintain that system for a full 10 years, be out there twice a year maintaining that system. If anything goes wrong with that system, or we even suspect something, one of those small parts going wrong that's turning into a big thing, we're just going to go ahead and replace it. But we're not going to charge you for it because it's already included in what you purchased from us initially. So that's basically, in a nutshell, what all that includes.
Yep, nothing for anybody to worry about, and they love that peace of mind. They'll want to contact American Veteran by calling the number on screen, 435-0822, or visit the website, AmericanVeteranAC.com. Shawn McGraw, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me. Love y'all.